అందరికీ నమస్కారములు. నమో నమః. Today is another good day for all of us, that we are going to start with a good topic, Upanishads. And so far we have finished with Shodasa Samaskaramulu, and there are some part of the topic will be covered towards the end of this month also. Now we will start with Upanishads from Dr. CSR Prabhu garu. We will start with Vande Mataram and then Prarthana. Chala Chitti Babu garu.
Vande Mataram, Vande Mataram, Sujalam Supalam, Malayajasitalam, Tasya Syamalam Mataram, Vande Mataram. Subrajyosna pulakitayamine pullakusumita drumadala shobhini suhasini sumadhura bhashini sukhadam varadam mataram Vande Mataram Vande Mataram. Namaskar.
Vande Mataram. ధన్యవాదములండి చల్లా చిట్టిబాబు గారు. Now Sushmaji, can you unmute yourself and also open up your video? Let us now request Sushma Vijay Kumar to chant Prarthana, please.
Namaskaram, everyone. We'll do 1 minute silence, and after that, chant Omkara for 3 times. गणानां त्वा गणपतिगुं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तवं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पत आनशृण्वन्नोतिभिः सीदसादनम् ॐ श्री महागणाधिपतये नमः। ॐ प्रणो देवी सरस्वती वाजेभिर्वाजिनीवती धीनामवित्रयवतु ॐ श्री महासरस्वत्यै नमः। गुरुरेव गतिर्गुरुमेव भजे गुरुनैव सहास्मि नमो गुरवे। न गुरोः परमं शिशुरस्मि गुरोः मतिरस्ति गुरौ मम पाहि गुरो। ज्ञानानन्दमयं देवं निर्मलस्फटिकाकृतिम् आधारं सर्वविद्यानां हयग्रीवमुपास्महे। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करं। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतंगमय। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। मातृदेवो भव पितृदेवो भव आचार्यदेवो भव अतिथिदेवो भव। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः।
उत्तमम्, अति उत्तमम्. सुषमा जी, thank you.
Yes.
ధన్యవాదములు.
Welcome, sir.
Yeah. Now I will introduce the speaker, Dr. CSR Prabhu garu, to all of you. It is my pleasure and privilege to introduce Dr. CSR Prabhu garu. He is known to most of you. In fact, most of you have come through his advice only to this class. But however, for the sake of remaining people, I'll introduce him shortly. Dr. CSR Prabhu garu has held previous positions with Government of India and various institutions. He retired as Director General of National Informatics Center, the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, Government of India, New Delhi. You all know that this is the department which automates all departments of Government of India. All the digitization is done by this department. And he also worked with TCS, CMC, TES and Telco, now Tata Motors. He has also the faculty for the programs of Asian Productivity Organization. He has taught and researched at the University of Central Florida, Orlando, USA, and also had a brief stint as a consultant of NASA. He was chairman of the Computer Society of India, Hyderabad chapter, and he worked as an advisor, honorary advisor at KL University, Vijayawada, Andhra Pradesh, and as and he is the Director of Research Innovation at Keshav Memorial Institute of Technology. At present, he is the director of this institution at Hyderabad. He received his master's degree in electrical engineering with a specialization in computer science from Indian Institute of Technology, Bombay. He has guided many master and doctoral students in research areas such as big data. He has authored 16 books on wide range of topics from computer science to yoga, including the widely acclaimed book Dharma Yoga as a common framework for all religions. He was conferred Doctorate of Divinity by Henry Merton Institute, Hyderabad, for the above research on Dharma Yoga. He is also the founder chairman of Vishwa Yoga Vidyapith. And you all know that this course is being organized by Veda Samskruti Samiti in association with Vishwa Yoga Vidyapith, for which he is the chairman. And for this course, he is the academic director and he is the key person. And he is the person, in fact, who has framed the syllabus and seen the flow of the information which is being given to you. And so, without taking much time, I will request him to start the webinar, please. CSR Prabhu garu.
Om Namo Brahmadibhyo Brahma Vidya Sampradaya Kartrubhyo Vamsarshibhyo Mahadbhyo Namo Gurubhyaha Sarvopaplavarahita Prajnanahana Pratyagardho Sohamasmi Brahmaivahamasmi. Well, friends, you have gone through the first part from my sister Srimati S. Visalakshi on what is Sanatana Dharma, what are the Shodash Samskaras. On the first day also I gave a keynote address on overview of Sanatana Dharma. In this course, we are presenting Sanatana Dharma in the scientific perspective and not just a blind belief perspective. That is the main unique differentiator of Sanatana Dharma when compared to other religions, which are Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, etc. In Sanatana Dharma, everything is scientific if you understand it. If you don't understand, then it will remain a blind belief. So since all of you are very knowledgeable, you already know a lot. So in this course, we will be presenting the scientific perspective of Sanatana Dharma in various dimensions. Actually, you are supposed to have covered Vedas by now in the first part through Krishna Murari Tripathi of Banaras Hindu University. Since he is not available now and is available only in November, right? his lectures were replaced by Vishalakshi Garu, who is a professor of Sanskrit. So you got an idea of the Sanatana Dharma as a whole, but more from the academic or literary perspective. Mostly people who are Sanskrit professors or professors of philosophy, they teach in a literary perspective or just philosophical perspective without the scientific dimension. But in this course, we are going to provide you the scientific dimension. Now about the Upanishads, before I start, by now you must have understood that the Vedas contain 4 parts: Samhita, Brahmana, Aranyaka and Upanishad. So the Samhita's portion is the main body of the Vedic mantras, running into thousands and thousands of mantras. I have with me around 12 volumes of Vedic Samhita, Rigveda Samhita, Yajurveda Samhita, Atharvaveda Samhita, Samaveda Samhita. It is not possible for you to understand each one the mantras, and each mantra has 3 dimensions or 3 attributes to it. First is the Rishi. The Rishi name like Bharadwaja, Angirasa, so on and so forth. I belong to the Bharadwaja lineage, Gotra, who have delivered that particular mantra. Second is Chandas, which is the meter. We have seen what are Chandas, like Gayatri Chandas, Anushtup Chandas. The third is the Devata. So the key bridge or link between the Vedas and science is in the word Devata. What is this Devata? Normally in Telugu or Hindi, Devata means so and so deity like Vishnu or Shiva or any other Devata. But here in this language of Vedic Sanskrit, as defined by Nirupta, the word Devata does not mean a deity, it means a subject. Any subject is a Devata. It need not be only Shiva or Vishnu or Prithvi or Vayu. There are about 800 Devatas, including air, water, Varuna, Vayu, or even plants like Prishniparni, or abstract entities like Medha or Lakshmi. So in my research, I recognized that Devatas are forces of nature like earth, water, air, or energy. Agni is a energy principle. So this interpretation of Devata as a component of nature or a force of nature, and the moment you do that interpretation, you will realize that the whole thing is science. Because what is science? Because science is the study of nature and the forces of nature, the properties, functions, or the structure, or the nature or application of various forces of nature. Am I right? So, like when you study water, it is hydrology. When you study energy, it is physics. Or when you study matter, it is physics. When you study living beings, it is biology. When you study plants, it is botany. When you study animals, it is zoology, and so on. So science is nothing but studying of the Devatas. Therefore, Veda means science and science means Veda. The word Veda simply means knowledge. Science also means knowledge. There is an adjective also called scient, S-C-I-E-N-T. There is a college also with that name. So it is basically knowledge about nature, Prakriti, and each component of nature is a Devata. There are simple Devatas like Vayu, Agni, Varuna, or there are combination Devatas like Prana, which is a resultant of combination of Agni and Vayu. And there are grass Devatas like Prithvi, and there are Sat Devatas like Medha or Jnana or Saraswati. So, when we perform Upasana to that Devata, we are trying to meditate upon that subject of nature, that force of nature, component of nature. We are trying to concentrate and meditate. Pranamo Devi Saraswati Vajejar Vajini Bhati Deenamatre Avatu. Just now we have chanted. That means we are saying, O Jnana Devata or Medha Devata, O Saraswati Devata, may I get Yam Medham Devagana Pitarasyopasate Tayama Madhya Medhagre Medhavinam Kuru. So I want to get that Medha into myself and I become Medhavi. Similarly, for all good things in life, we have the Ashtalakshmis, Dhanalakshmi, Dhanyalakshmi, Vijayalakshmi, Santanalakshmi, and so on. They are all good things in life. We pray, may I get Dhanam Dhanyam, Dhanam Agni, Dhanam Vayu, Dhanam Suryo, Dhanam Vasu, Dhanam Indro, Brahaspati, Varunam, Dhanam Asmrute. So this is the Sri Sukta, which is about Lakshmi. For all these devatas, there are higher level devatas like Shiva, Shakti, Vishnu, who are performing many functions. But again, restricted, it is not unrestricted. So, from the known to the unknown, from part to the whole. So, all these devatas are parts. So, there is a whole also, which is beyond parts. Hello, are you able to hear me? Hello?
Yes, sir, we are hearing you, sir.
So, all these parts or components are belonging to the totality, the whole, W-H-O-L-E whole, which is Brahman, which is Om, R to Ma. That is from R to, that is the first letter to the last letter. In between all the letters are representing various devatas. Like I represents Saraswati. Combinations of individual devatas also are there. Like Sri is a combination of Sha, Ra, and E. So Sri, Hri, Sri. This is Lakshmi Devata. Ra is Agni Devata, Ya is Vayu Devata, La is Prithvi Devata, Va is Varuna Devata, that is Apa. Therefore, all these individual devatas are parts. So when you address the totality of the whole Parabrahman, you can address as Om, covering all devatas, or you can address through a window of each devata, like Saraswati or Lakshmi or Agni or Vayu. Each one is window. It's a subcomponent of the same devata. Same Parabrahman, finally. They are not same devatas. They are different devatas. But they are all parts and windows to one single Supreme Parabrahman. So this is the confusion that people may have regarding many devatas versus one Brahman. Is that clear to you? The integration between polytheism, pantheism, and monotheism and monism. Are you able to understand what I told you? Hello?
Do you want to interact with the students?
No,
I
I
will,
just want. No, it's
no.
okay.
Okay.
We'll interact later.
Yeah. Okay.
So once this is understood, then the Abrahamic religious followers or scholars will not attack Hinduism saying that Hinduism has 33 crore devatas. First of all, the word koti does not mean crore. In this context, it means category. So 33 categories. We have the minimum 33. In fact, it's more than 33. That is why Sahasra Sirsha Purushaha, Sahasrakshaha, Sahasrapat. So what are these minimum 33? There are Dvadashadityas, 12 different suns, Ekadasha Rudras, Ashtavasus, Ashwins, Maruts. If you add all them, it will become 33 minimum. Then of course it's more than 33. Vishwadevas, and then you can see this understanding in the Vishwarupa Sandarsha Yoga of the Bhagavad Gita. Vayur Yamognir Varunasya Shanka Prajapatisvam Prapitamahasya Namo Namaste Sahasrakrutvan Namaste Namo Namaste Ashyame Partha Rupani Shatashoth Sahasrashaha Ashyami Devans Tava Deva Dehe Sarvans Tatha Bhuta Vishesha Sanghan Brahmanam Isham Kamalasanastam Rishimscha Sarvan Uragamscha Divyan Aneka Bahudara Vakra Aneka Adbhuta Darshana Aneka Divyavarnam Dev Anekojjata Divya Malyam Baradharam Divya Gandhanulepanam Sarva Ascharyamayam Dev Anantam Vishwado Mukham. So the Anantam, Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma, this Anantam and Satyam and Jnanam cannot be understood, cannot be addressed, cannot be perceived, cannot be meditated upon because it is infinite, eternal. Satyam Jnanam Anantam. Anadimadhyantam Anantaviryam Anantavahum Shishisurya Netram. Pashyami Tvam Deepta Hutashavakram Swatejasa Vishwamidam Tapantam. Java Pradhivyo Nidarantaram He Vyapyatvayekena Dishascha Sarva Pasyadbhutam Rupamugram Tavedam. So, this infinite, eternal, all-pervading Parabrahman shown in the Vishwarupa. Same thing is told in the Purusha Sukta and Narayana Sukta. सहस्रशीर्षा पुरुषः सहस्राक्षः सहस्रपात् स भूमिं विश्वतो वृत्वा अत्यतिष्ठद्दशाङ्गुलम् पुरुष एव इदगं सर्वं यद्भूतं यच्च भव्यं तामृतत्वस्येषानः यदन्नेनातिरोहति एतावानस्य महिमा अतो ज्यायाश्च पुरुषः. So, and similarly in the Narayana Sukta, Sahasrasirsham Devam Viswatmam Vishwasambhuvam Vishwam Narayanam Devam Aksharam Paramam Padam Vishwadah Paraman Nityam Vishwan Narayanam Harim Vishwameveda Purusha Tad Vishwam Upajivati Atim Vishwasyatmeswaram Shashvatagam Shivam Achyutam Narayanam Mahajneyam Vishwatmanam Parayanam Narayana Paro Jyotiratma Narayana Paraha Narayana Param Brahma Tattvam Narayana Paraha Narayana Paro Dhyata Dhyanam Narayana Paraha Yaccha Kinchit Jagat Sarvam Drishyate Shruyate Piva Antarbahishcha Tat Sarvam Vyapya Narayana Sthitaha. So Narayana Parabrahma, so he is shown as the infinite, eternal, all-pervading reality whose small windows are the individual devatas. Now, this is the Vedic scientific framework. I wrote a paper on this. I think Lieutenant Colonel Babu will circulate that paper. Integrated framework for Vedas, Puranas and science. So these devatas are being explained as stories of personalities in the Puranas instead of abstract forces of nature. Just like in other books like Panchatantra, animal characteristics are made out of complex diplomacy matters. Is called Upagalankara. So this is an integrated framework for Vedas, science and Puranas. Vedas, Puranas and science. In principle, because the details are very large. Now, this aspect of the dimension of jnana is called Jnanakanda, which comprise the Upanishads. So the Vedas have two parts, the Karmakanda and the Jnanakanda. Achara and Vichara. Karma and Jnana. Practice and theory. Application and knowledge. As Confucius said, knowledge is having it and applying it. Jnana and Vijnana. Jnanam Vijnana Sahitam. Vijnana is nothing but the application of Jnana in practice. Achara. Achara is the application of knowledge which is there in the Vichara. Achara Prabhavo Dharmaha. Dharmasya Prabhurachyutaha. So the Vichara or the Vijnana or Veda or science, knowledge or Jnana, that is what is covered in the Upanishads. Why I told all these things is only to bring around finally you to the objective of the Upanishads, which is the Jnanakanda. So we have around 108 Upanishads. Of course, some people say that there are 112, and some people say 120. Some are fake Upanishads added on, like Allopanishad and so on. I think the video is not changing. Now, this book which I am showing, can you see this book? Hello? Are you able to see this book which I am showing you?
It's dark, sir. We cannot see the name.
But you are able to see a physical book.
Yes, yes.
In opposite direction, sir. Yes, sir, we can see. We can see.
Dark.
Okay, fine. So
No, we can't see.
The light is behind you. If you switch off the light behind you, then you may be able to see.
how about now? Can you see the book, at least a physical book? I did not see the name and all that, but okay. Better?
Slightly better, but
Applications only, I will say.
the light behind you is a problem.
Can't see at all, sir. It's very blurred.
Please wait.
Yes.
Name
This
of the
book,
book, sir? Name
yeah,
of
this
the
book
book.
Is visible, sir.
Ashtottara
Ashtottara Shata Upanishadaha, 108 Upanishads. So it is very difficult to get this book. It's published by Sri Rama Publishers. So this book contains all the 108 Upanishads. Now, the 108 Upanishads are categorized into around half a dozen categories. The Vedanta Upanishads, the Samanya Vedanta Upanishads, the Principal Upanishads, then the Yoga Upanishads, then the Saiva Upanishads, the Vaishnava Upanishads, like that. So there are about 46 Vedanta Upanishads, and there are around 20 Yoga Upanishads, and there are a few Shaiva, Vaishnava, Shaktaya Upanishads. Now, out of these 46 Vedanta Upanishads or Samanya Vedanta Upanishads, there are 10 principal Upanishads. Some people say 11, but we'll take 10. So these 10 Upanishads are Isha, Kena, Katha, Mundaka, Mandukya, Aitareya, Taittiriya, Burhadaranyaka, and Shvetashveta. So the Ishavasya Upanishad is the first. It's called Isha Upanishad. Isha, Kena, Kena Upanishad. Katha, Katha Upanishad. Mundaka, Mundaka Upanishad. Mandukya, Mandukya Upanishad. Aitareya Upanishad. Taittiriya Upanishad. Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, and Shvetasvatara Upanishad. So these are the principal Upanishads. Why they are called principal Upanishads? Because Adi Shankaracharya authored commentaries to these principal Upanishads only. He has not given commentaries to all the 46 Vedanta Upanishads. And he has not touched the Yoga Upanishads and Shaiva, Vaishnava and Shakti. Well, it is also possible that some of these Upanishads came at different periods of time. Some are very early. They are having the language similar to the ancient archaic language post-Vedas. And some are much later Upanishads. Maybe they were added several hundreds of years or several thousands of years later. From the language, you can make out. Language is an indicator of the time period. Like the language used in Mahabharata is totally different from the language used in the Upanishads. The language used in the Upanishads is different from the language used in the Vedas. All are Sanskrit, but they are not same. They are all different. So the language used in Puranas is quite different from the language used in the Vedas or the Upanishads. So the time sequence is very difficult to know which came first, which came second, which came third. It's not possible. But all the Upanishads, all the 108 Upanishads which are given in this book are categorized into one or attached to one of the four Vedas. Each Upanishad is attached to one Veda. No Upanishad can be there without a Veda except some of the fake Upanishads, which have been attempted to be added, like Allo Upanishad and so on. Maybe there are some Christian Upanishads also added, but they are fake. They are not to be considered as genuine. So 108 Upanishads we cannot study in our course. We will study only the few Upanishads. Today we will cover the Ishavasya Upanishad, which is the smallest. Tomorrow we will cover Mandukya Upanishad. Then, or maybe Taittiriya Upanishad. Then we cover Taittiriya. 3 Upanishads we will cover. Ishavasya, Mandukya, and Taittiriya. They are very important Upanishads, though they are in the beginning. There are Upanishads like Chandogya Upanishad, which are very large, which are very complex, and Brihadaranyaka Upanishad is the largest. So this is a first level course. So we will not cover advanced topics. We will cover basic Upanishads, but which are very important, which are very profound, which deliver the entire jnana in a very, very forcible manner. So let us start the Ishavasya Upanishad. So those who have Upanishad with you, you can open it up if you want to. This book contains the summary of all Upanishads in the beginning. Then it goes deeper into each Upanishad. I mean, the actual Upanishad. There is no commentary in this Upanishad. So this Ishavasya Upanishad is the smallest, which contains only 2 pages of the original text, but they are very powerful bullets. So before we start this Ishavasya Upanishad, which is the Vajasneya Samhita of the Yajurveda. So in the Andhra, Telangana area, Telugu speaking states, it is the Yajurveda which is the predominant Veda. That too, Krishna Yajurveda is in our Pravara, we will tell in Sandhya. I hope you are all doing Sandhya every day after taking bath. Before the class itself, I finished today. So we say our Pravara. In my own case, I will say Angirasabar Hispatya Bharadvaja Trayarshaya Pravaranvita Bharadvaj Sagotraha Apastamba Sutraha Krishna Yushakadhyayi Sri Rama Prabhu Sharmaham Dhova Abhivadaye. So my Pravara is the rishis to whose lineage I belong to. All the Brahmanas are the direct genetic descendants of the Saptarishis. Like Bharadwaja has the maximum number of mantras in the Veda contributed by Bharadwaja. And the dynasty lineage, Angirasa Bharaspatya Bharadwaja Trayarshe, Bharadwaja Sagotraha Apastamba Sutra, Krishna Yajushakha Dhyayi. I am a student of Krishna Yajushakha. There is also a Shukla Yajushakha, A and B like that, which is called Vajasane Samhita, which is prevalent in Maharashtra. You go to Pune, they all follow Shukla Yajurveda, which is A and B kind of classification. So the Ishavasya Upanishad is Vajasane Samhita, Shukla Yajurveda attached. That as I told you, we have the Samhita, Brahmana, Aranyaka and Upanishad for every Veda. So for the Shukla Yajurveda, we have the Upanishads. One of them is, the first one is Ishavasya Upanishad. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. This is the first Shanti mantra. All Upanishads start with Shanti mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. What does this mean? It means that is Purna. Ada means Adi. This is Purna, Idi. Idam Adi Purna, Idi Purna. And E Purnam, A Purnam nunchi vachindi. Purnasya Purnamadaya. Even after this Purna came out of that Purna, that Purna remains Purna. Purnameva avasishyate. Avasesha. The remainder is Purna. Even after this Purna came out from that Purna. What does this mean? That Purna is Parabrahman, the unmanifest Omkaram. This Purna is the manifest universe, which is complete perfection. Both are Purna. This having come from that does not become zero. It remains Purna. How is it possible? Because this Purna is not different from that. It is only a manifestation through Maya. So this is the first mantra, Shanti mantra. In every Upanishad, we start with Shanti. Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate. Udachyate, it has arisen. It has come out. Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Why 3 times? Because we have 3 types of problems. We have the Adhibhautika, Adhidaivika and Adhyatmika types of problems. Let there be peace. Let they calm down. Like you know what kind of problems we are having in the world. I don't have to tell you. How to make them calm down. That is a wish. That is a proposal. That is a sankalpam. That let the problems of 3 types calm down. They cannot be removed or prevented. 100% it's not possible. But they can be calmed. Let the problems be calmed down. Like for example, the war. 2 wars are going. Let they be calmed down. Or we have the other problems, health problems. So many health problems you are having. Let them be calmed down. Adi Bhautika, Adi Daivika, or any natural calamities, let they be calmed down. And Adhyatmika, that is internal problems, which are the root cause of external problems. Internal problems means anger, greed, lust, and so on. Negative emotions. So Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Ishavasya sarvam. Om Ishavasyam idam sarvam yat kinchit jagatyan jagat. Yat kinchit jagatyan jagat tena tyaktena bhunjidha ma grudhakasya smidhanam. Ishavasyamidam sarvam yat kinchit jagatyam jagat. This jagat, the word jagat itself means that which goes. Jate rehta hai to jagat. Yat kinchit, whatever little is there in this universe, belongs to, pervaded by, owned by, present by Paramatman, Ishvara. Isha avasyam idam sarvam. Avasyam. Avas means residence. Vasanam. Vasanad Vasudevasya Vasitam Jagatrayam. Vasudeva means Sarvabhuta Nivasosi Vasudeva Namostute. So Vasudeva means he who lives in everything. Vasanad Vasudevasya Vasitam Jagatrayam. So Isha Avasyamidam Sarvam Yat Kinchit Jagatyam Jagat. Whatever little in this universe is pervaded. Yaccha Kinchit Jagat Sarvam Drishyate Sruyate Piva Antarbahishcha tat sarvam vyapya narayana sthitaha. Whatever little, even an atom, anoraniyan mahato mahya, inside and outside, antarbahishcha tat sarvam vyapya narayana sthitaha. Narayana is established in everywhere, in everything. Indukarana anduled sandehamu valadu chakri sarvobagatundu. Spread everywhere. Ishavasyamidam sarvam yat kinchit jagatyam jagat enat chaktena kunjiya ma grudhakasya vardhanam. then why do you try to grab others' money or others' property? The wars that are taking place today, they are for property, for land, without knowing that the land belongs to the Lord Ishvara, not to you. People are mad to think that land belongs to them, water belongs to them, air belongs to them, space belongs to them, life belongs to them. Nothing belongs to anyone. Ishavashyamidam sarvam yat kinchit jagatyam jagat tena chaktina bhunjida magadaks. Kurvanneheva karmani jijivechat samaha evam tvai nanyadhego nare asuryanamate loka andhena tamasavritah tamste precha nigachanti yeje atmano jana. So first point is nothing belongs to you. It belongs to and owned and pervaded and spread and existed by Isha, Ishvara. In fact, even these Abrahamic religions, the word Allah originally was there much before, thousands of years before Muhammad or Islam was supposed to have originated. It was used in Arabic poetry 2000 years before the advent of the religion of Islam. And there in those poetry, around 20 poems, they have referred to the word Allah as Parameshwara, Paramatma, and they have referred to the Vedas by name. Rig Veda, Ayurveda, and they have referred to India as a holy land. And those poems are available on the walls of Birla Mandir in Delhi. Those who are in Delhi can go and see them. So, the word Allah actually means Ishvara or Isha. And of course, the word Yahweh, I exist, which is converted into Jehovah, also means the same Ishvara, Isha. The supreme personality of divine being or the creator, sustainer. There are 99 names of Allah given, which are very similar to our Vishnu Sahasranam. This branding is the problem. In Sanatana Dharma, in Hinduism, we don't brand. We also have sub-religions, subsects, communities, closed groups, but all accept their affiliation to the Vedas, including the Upanishads. So they also should understand they did not create anything totally new because they are very recent. They have taken the same concept of Ishvara, the one which is all pervading, the one which owns everything, the one which created, sustained, and destroy everything. Kurvanneheva karmani. Now, if everything belongs to Ishvara, then what is that you have to do? You have to do nothing except karma yoga. As long as you live, you serve. You meditate, you praise, and you serve. This is the same message of all religions, but they add on all kinds of things and complicate it and politicize it, and there will be wars. The whole war happening in Middle East is on the ideological basis. The difference between Judaism and Islam. Surprisingly, they all have same God and the same prophets, the old prophets, but they will kill each other. That shows what kind of spirituality they have understood or they have not understood. Then Asurya namate loka andhena tam salta. That is what they are going through. Not only they, even we in India also we have that kind of situation. People who live in the darkness. Tamasoma jyotirgamaya. Asurya namate loka andhena tamasavruta. Tamasoma jyotirgamaya. How do you overcome your darkness? Asatoma sadgamaya tamasoma jyotirgamaya mrutyorma amrutam. If you can overcome your darkness and turn into light, enter into light, you will be entering into truth from untruth. Asatoma sadgamaya tamasoma jyotirgamaya. And if you do that, then you will be entering into the realm of immortality. Mrityorma amrutangamaya. You will be entering into amrutatva. He amrutasya putra. That Upanishad exclaims, you are all these children of immortality. Why? Because you are all parts and parcels of Ishvara. Ishavasyamidam sarvam yat kinchit jagat. All of us are amsha of Ishvara. Therefore, we are immortal. Mamaiva amsho jivaloke jivabhuta sanatana. Manashasthani indriyani prakritisthani karshati. Shariram yada vapnoti yachapyutkriyamati Ishvaraha. Yes, that same Ishvara is being explained here. Ishavasyamidam sarvam yat kinchit jagat. Atmahano jana. If you are in darkness, Asurya, where there is no light, you are going to be self-destructive. What happens in a war? Is it not self-destruction? Atmahano jana. Please see how much relevant these statements are in today's context of war zones. Atrocities being committed, one after the other, one against the other, on each other. Atmahano jana. Now he is explaining the nature of Ishvara. What is this Ishvara's tattvam? It exists and doesn't exist. It moves, it doesn't move. Tadure tadvantike tadantarascha bahishcha tadvasya sarvataha jahasya. All pervading. Yacha kinchit jagat sarvam drishyate sruyate piva antarbahishcha tat sarvam vyapya narayana sthitaha. Everywhere. Yes means sarvani bhutani. Atmaiva bhut vivanatah tatra ko moha ka shokaha ekatvam anupashyataha. If you can see the oneness, it is all pervading Ishvara, and you are part of that, I am part of that, everything is Sarvam Khalvidam Brahma. So, Neha Nanasti Kinchana. The multiplicity is actually not there. It appears to be there due to Maya. So the truth is only one. Ekam Sat. Vipra Bahudha Vadanti. Ekameva Advitiyam Brahma. Kam moha kashoka ekatvam anupashyataha. Where is delusion? Where is sorrow? Where is misery? If you can see the oneness. Kam moha kashokaha. Tatra ko moha ko shokaha. Ekatvam anupashyataha. Haribhu Swayambhu Radha Shaswati Samapta. So the nature of Brahman, Ishvara, Bhagavan, God, Allah, whatever words you use, they're all wrong because it is beyond words. Yato vacho nivartante aprapya manasa saha anando veda. In Taittiriya Upanishad, it is clearly brought out. Words cannot reach, mind cannot grasp. Aprapya manasa saha yato vacho nivartante. Words read over, revert back, return back. Aprapya manasa saha. That impossible, unthinkable, achintyam, achedyoyam, achintyam cannot be even thought about, let alone speak about, is being attempted to be explained in the Ishavasya Upanishad with certain terminologies. It is not white, it is not black, it is not short, it is not long, it is not. Whatever you explain is going to be wrong because it transcends all such descriptions. Now, Vidya and Avidya. Vidyam cha vidyam cha tadvedo bhayam saha avidyaya mrutyum tetva vidyaya mrutamashnute. So, people who know and who don't know, who have Vidya and who have Avidya. What is Vidya and what is Avidya? In Bhagavad Gita as well as in the Mundaka Upanishad. In the Mundaka Upanishad, there are two types of Vidyas given, Paravidya and Aparavidya. Adhyatma jnana nityatvam satsajnanarthadarshana etad proktam ajnanam yatanyadha. So Adhyatma jnana nityatva and Satya jnanartha, that itself is only jnana. All others is ajnana. Like if you read the newspaper, whatever is there, it cannot be said it is jnana. It is ajnana. Also, all the mundane, worldly knowledge is called ajnana. Avidya. Avidyayamantare vartamanaha swayam dhira pandita manyah. There are two types of people, panditas and pandita manyas. Panditas are those who are actually knowledgeable. Pandita manyas are those who claim to be knowledgeable, but they are not knowledgeable. Avidyayamantare vartamanaha. They are living inside avidya, but they claim to be having vidya. Avidyaya mrityum tirtva vidyaya amrutam ashrute. Through avidya, they may cross death, but they cannot become immortal. Instead of dying at particular time, death will come after some time, but it definitely will come. You may go on postponing death, but you can never become immortal. That is because you are living inside avidya. So those who live in vidya, avidyaya mrutyum tirtva vidyaya amrutam ashnute. You will become immortal through vidya. Vidyancha vidyamcha yattadvedo ubhayam saha avidyaya mrutyum tirtva vidyaya amrutam ashnute. You become immortal through vidya, through jnana, because jnana mukti, when you realize your immortal nature as Brahman, Aham Brahmasmi, then you are immortal. Because Brahman has no birth and therefore no death. Everything which has a birth has a death. And in between changes, Shadbhava Vikaras. Avidyaya mrutyum tirtva vidyaya amrutam ashnute. Vidyancha vidyancha yattadvedo bhayam saha अविद्यया मृत्युं तीर्त्वा विद्यया अमृतमश्नुते. अन्यदाहुर्विद्यया अन्यदाहुरविद्यया इति सुश्रुम धीराणां येन तद्विचक्षिरे विद्याञ्च विद्याञ्च यस्तद्वेदो भयं सः अविद्यया मृत्युं तीर्त्वा विद्ययामृतमश्नुते. अन्धत्तमप्रविशन्ति ये सम्भूतिमुपासते ततो भूयैव ते तमो यति सम्भूत्यादताः अन्यदेहा सम्भूत्यादन्यदा सम्भवा इति सुश्रुमधीराणां येनस्तद्विचक्षिरे सम्भूतिं च विनाशं च यस्तद्वेदो भयं सः विनाशेन मृत्युं तीर्त्वा सम्भूत्या अमृतमश्नुते. हिरण्मयेन पात्रेण सत्यस्यापि हितं मुखं तत्त्वसम्मूषन् पूषन्नावृत सत्यधर्माय दृष्टये. पूषन्नेकस्य सूर्यप्रजापत्योः अस्मिन् समूह तेजो यत्ते रूपं कल्याणतमं ते पश्यामि यो असवासो पुरुषोऽहं सोऽहमस्मि. यो पुरुषः सोऽहमस्मि. पुरुषान् प्रकृति, that Purusha, I am Purusha. वायुरनिलमृतमधेम अस्मान्तरम् ओम क्रतो स्मर कृतं स्मर क्रतो स्मर कृतं स्मर अग्निमेवाय अस्मान् विधानदेव यो योध्यात्मनः वेदो भूयिष्ठान्ते सममुक्तिं विधेम. ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ओम शांति शांति शांति. So the realization of myself being one and the same as that Ishvara, Purusha, Brahman, which is all pervading, all owning, all controlling, that alone is the path to immortality, which is known as paradise, heaven, liberation, moksha, jannat, etc., 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 without understanding fully, not let alone fully, even without understanding adequately part. So the difference between the mundane and the spiritual, the transcendent, the mundane and the transcendent. That is what the Upanishad brought out. So it is like a summary of the entire knowledge of all the Upanishads right in the beginning. Very small, only 2 pages, around 20 odd mantras. All verses in Upanishads are known as mantras, not shlokas. Shlokas are outside the Shruti. Shruti means Veda mantra and Upanishad mantra. In between, we have the Brahmana Grandhas, which are lab manuals for performing yajnas. And we have the Aranyakas, which are forest deliberations on deep philosophical matters, which later became Upanishads. I think I'll stop now and open for any questions on what I have covered today.
Okay. ధన్యవాదములండి. Thank you very much. Now, any questions in chat box? Challa Chittibabu garu, are you there?
Not there, I think. In direct interaction, we'll get no questions.
Okay. Those who want to ask questions, Bhattacharya ji. Okay, I'll unmute 1 minute. Okay, unmute yourself. Yeah.
Namaskar, sir.
Namaskar.
My one request is that after your speech, if you give a gist of your total lectures, that will be easier for me, like that, who is not having any Sanskrit knowledge and not having that much of the knowledge on Dharma. It is my personal request, if possible, at least for 5 minutes or like that in gist form.
Okay. So today, did you understand anything or you didn't understand anything?
Okay, I think I have to unmute him. 1 minute. Unmute it.
Yes, sir. Today I have heard and I have understood when you are telling, but later on, for example, for me, I may forget. In that case, I like to have some basic notings of your speech because I personally liked your speech.
Okay. I'll give you the summary right now.
Okay, thank you, sir.
So the Ishavasya Upanishad is a good idea. Every day I can give the summary. So the Ishavasya Upanishad, please remove your hand. You have raised a hand, you remove it, yeah. The Ishavasya Upanishad, the word Ishavasya, Avasya means Avas. You know Avas, right? Indra Avas Yojana. Pradhan Mantri Avas Yojana. Avas means house, residence. So Ishavasya means the residence of the presence of Ishwar, God, Supreme Being, Allah, Paramatma, Parameshwar, whatever word you use, it is about that. So, the Supreme Being or Ishvara is spread everywhere, the whole universe. Yat kinchit jagatyam jagat. Whatever little is spread, pervaded by Ishvara. Ishavasya sarvam yat kinchit jagatyam jagat. Enat shakten nidam mahagurva. So, therefore, it doesn't belong to you. The whole universe doesn't belong to you. So why are you fighting? Why are you possessive? Why are you concerned, worried, and obsessive? It doesn't belong to you. Like if somebody says air belongs to me, how foolish it is. Similarly, land belongs to me. It's foolish. Water belongs to me. Everything belongs to Ishvara. And he is common for all. That is the first principle. Second principle is you are part of that. Soham asmi. I am that. The moment you realize you are that, you are liberated. You become immortal. Because Ishvara is immortal. Ishvara is already liberated. Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. Infinite, eternal. So you become one with Ishvara. You are already that. You are thinking you are not. You are thinking you own this, you own that. You own nothing. And you are not different. You are part of Ishvara. The second takeaway. Therefore, once you reach this stage, then automatically you are in jnana, you are in liberation, moksha, vidya. And that is what is Purna. Purnamada, Purnamidam. That is Purna. This is Purna. And this Purna came from that Purna. Even then that Purna remains there. Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva. Finished. I gave you a 3-step summary of the Ishavasya. Okay, Bhattacharya, are you happy?
Thank you, sir. Now, my one simple request to you that when you are thinking ourselves, nothing belongs to me, it is belongs to Ishwar, and almost all dharmas are doing the same thing. Still, we are finding so many war, so many problems in the whole world, but we are unable to protect them. How to prove ourselves, at least in a small manner.
No,
Even
that
in
is
our
what they
small sector also we are fighting.
Yeah, because we like fighting. We love fighting. So we love being in ignorance. We love being in stupidity. There is a limit for genius, but there is no limit for stupidity. Correct? So, therefore, Bhattacharya, you understood how much important this statement of the Upanishad is. So you don't own anything. Why are you getting obsessed? Don't grab anybody's anything. Then what you should do? Karmani. You do karma yoga throughout your life. You serve others. Service. That is the message. If this much small message is understood, assimilated, and practiced, there will be no wars. There will be no conflicts. There will be no fights. There will be no miseries. There will be no problems. Truth is always simple, but people don't want to understand. They don't want to assimilate. They don't want to practice. Okay?
Thank you, sir.
Next.
Okay, Satyam Reddy garu. Satyam Reddy.
Sir. Sir, I am having two doubts. One is the three aspects of the mantra. Another one is devatas and their combinations you have mentioned. That I am not understanding.
Yeah. See, devatas are of various categories. There are about 800 devatas in the Vedas.
Okay.
How many? 800.
800 devatas. Okay.
Yeah. Each devata in the Veda only I am telling. I am not talking Puranas.
Okay.
Puranas there will be more devatas.
Okay.
So each devata is either a simple elemental devata like Vayu.
Okay, sir.
Or Agni or Prithvi or a combination like Agni Vayu combination produces. When you combine Agni with Vayu, the outcome is Prana. So Prana Devata, Prana Sukta is there in that. So similarly, multiple combinations like Lakshmi is a combination of multiple divine principles. Saraswati Jnana is Aim Bijam. Lakshmi Sarai Sri Harai Hri.
Okay.
It's a mantra is a very vast subject,
Okay.
but I just gave you the basic concept. Like if you take Surya, what is Surya? Surya is energy, Agni. Where? In the Akash. So Ra is Agni, Ha is Akash. So Hra. So the Hra is that's why we have the Surya Upasana mantra, Hram, Reem, Room, Reem, Raim, Rom, Ram, Haram, Raha, Mitra, Ravi, Surya, Bhanu, Khaga, Posha, Hiranyagarbha, Maricha, Charka, Savitru, Bhaskarebhyo Namah. Om, it means all devatas.
Okay, sir.
That is Parabha.
Okay. The aspects of the mantra, three you have mentioned. Can you tell once again, sir? Three aspects of mantra.
That is the devata, which is the subject, Rishi, who is the personality who had delivered it, and third is Chandas, the meter. Utpalamala, Champakmala laga.
Okay, sir.
మనకి గాయత్రి ఛందస్ అనుష్టుప్ ఛందస్ ఒక ఛందస్ ఉంటుంది ఆ ఛందస్లో ఆ మంత్రాన్ని డెలివర్ చేశారు వాడు రాసింది కాదు the rishis got the revelation in their head in samadhi state. They just uttered, delivered the mantra. They are not the authors. That's why Veda is known as Apaurisheya. No human being has author. Okay, there are many hands. Let us finish fast in 5 minutes. Quickly,
Okay,
yeah.
Ravi.
Okay, sir.
KBS Ravi.
Namaste, sir. You were mentioning that there is a difference between sloka and mantra, and whatever scriptures we read all the time in our daily life, we cannot differentiate between what is sloka and what is mantra, and how pious the mantra is than the sloka? This is my question, sir.
So, slokas are those which are written by poets, kavi. Like all the Bhagavad Gita slokas, they are written by Vyasa. Ramayana slokas are written by Valmiki. Purana slokas are also written by Vyasa. Whereas in the Veda itself, just now I told you, the rishis have not written, they have visualized. Rashaya mantra drashtara. So having visualized, they uttered it out in the particular chandas, and that is called a mantra. Not only in the Veda, everything in the Veda is a mantra. And everything in the Upanishad is also mantra. Because Upanishad is also part of the Vedas. It is called the last part. That is why it is called Vedanta. 4 parts. Samhita, Brahmana, Aranyaka, and Upanishad. So in addition to this, there are many mantras which are developed by rishis, either taken out from the Veda, like say Om Namah Shivaya. This is taken out from the Rudradhyaya. The Abhishekam, no? Rudrabhishekam will be first. Namah Shivaya cha, Shivataraya cha, Namah Somaya cha, Rudraya cha, Namah Tamraya cha, Arunaya cha, and so on. Shivaya, Shivataraya. Om Namah Shivaya is taken out from there. You can say Namah Somaya also, or you can say so many other mantras you can take out. So, small mantras are created by the Mantra Shastra, the rishis, by taking out from the Vedas. Sometimes, without taking out also, they are created. Like Ramaya, it is not in the Veda, but it is in the Ramayana. Ramaya, Ramabhadraya, Ramachandraya Vedase, Raghunadhaya, Nadhaya, Sitaya, Pataye Namaha. This is taken out from the Ramayana. So, mantras are either Veda or Upanishad, or they are mantras which are used for Japam. Gayatri mantra is also taken from Veda. But Om Namah Shiva is also taken from Veda. Om Namo Narayana is also taken from Veda. But if you say Om Namo Venkatesha, it is not in the Veda, it is later. So that is from the Puranas or the Mantra Shastra. So Mantra Shastra is a vast subject. Mantra, Tantra and Yantra, they comprise the Agama Shastra. It's a vast subject, cannot be answered in one shot. Okay, next.
Thank you so much, sir.
Okay, anybody else? Okay, Namlata ji.
Sir, namaste, sir. Sir, you just said like this, Ramaya, Ramabhadraya, Ramachandraya, Vedase, Raghunatha. So, like, how do you understand that it is a mantra or a sloka when you read it? And because they have their own sanctity, can we read these mantras just like that, or because it is a sloka, can we read it? How do you differentiate that?
No. You see, it is not possible for you to differentiate unless you know the texts. Like, see, one main differentiator, but not the only main differentiator, is the swara. Okay? Purusha eva idagam sarvam yadbhutam yaccha bhavyam. This Veda is always having swara.
Okay.
Namas somaya cha rudraya cha namas tamraya cha arunaya cha. So when the swara is not there, it is outside Veda. That is one differentiator. But there is an exception. The Upanishads also don't have swaras, but they are still mantras. So except the Upanishads, all other texts in Sanskrit or chantings which don't have swara are outside the Veda.
Okay.
I think it is getting complicated. So don't worry about all those things. So you chant whichever mantra has been taught to you by your guru.
Okay.
So That the Guru will take care of all these things. Don't worry. Swaram, you know that Udat, Tanudat lines they put.
Yes, sir.
So if they are there, then that is Veda Mantra.
Okay, sir.
Next.
Okay.
I have a small question, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, that question you have told, if I think myself belongs to Ishwar, then I do not require to fight anything, etc., etc. In that case, why we need Guru to realize that I am part of Ishwar?
No, you don't need. You don't need. But you know very well how how easy or difficult that is. If you are so much of a Brahmajnani, you don't need any Guru. You will automatically get enlightened.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. That is a good finishing. Now let us go for Prarthana and then national anthem. Sushma ji, please recite or chant Prarthana, please.
Okay, sir. स्वस्तिः प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्तां न्यायेन मार्गेण महीं महिषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यं लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु काले वर्षतु वर्जन्यः पृथिवी सस्यशालिनी देशोऽयं क्षोभरहितो ब्राह्मणाः सन्तु निर्भयाः अपुत्राः पुत्रिणः सन्तु पुत्रिणः सन्तु पौत्रिणः अधनाः सधनाः सन्तु जीवन्तु शरदां शतम् सत्यं वद धर्मं चर स्वाध्यायान्मा प्रमदः ॐ सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः सर्वे जना सुखिनो भवन्तु स्वस्ति
ధన్యవాదములండి సుష్మా విజయ్ కుమార్ గారు ఎక్సలెంట్ రిసైటేషన్ గుడ్ థ్యాంక్ యూ
Only one small correction I want to tell.
Yeah.
Varjanya. It's not Varjanya, but it is Parjanya. Parjanya means
Kale Varshatu.
Actually, I used to read like that, sir, but in this text which was given by the group members,
erroneous. It is a printing mistake.
Everyone needs to correct it.
It is Pa.
Okay.
Yeah, we will correct
otherwise
it.
Otherwise you have chanted immaculately this time. In the morning also there are 1 or 2 errors. I will tell you next time.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Prabhu Garu, for corrections, and also Sushma ji. Thank you. Okay. And now let us go for national anthem. All of you stand up and sing along with Chala Chittibabu Garu.
I think it's
any problem?
Audio is not working for his side.
Okay. Who will recite?
I'll do it.
Okay.
जनगणमन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंधु गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल वंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे गाये तव जय गाता जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे जय हिंद
Jai Hind. Thank you, Lalita Garu. Thank you for reciting. And